Professor of Law and Politics at Temple University, and she joins us now from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Susan, really good to have you with us. There's so many interesting angles to this issue. One of the things that our correspondent Lionel just touched on there is the fact that Republicans do have the edge right now in the Senate, 53 to 47. Do they have a better chance of getting a nominee through before or after the election?
Well, I mean, they could do it before the election very easily. As your correspondent pointed out, they certainly have enough time. They're going to fast track this. The president is going to have a nominee. He's going to appoint somebody. Mitch McConnell has said this is going to be out on the floor. So I think really the way to attack this for the Democrats is to go after the senators. It's to try and get 4 of those senators to cross over to the aisle, because this is going to come to a vote. I would be shocked if this was not if there was not a vote on the president's nominee.
Mm-hmm. Susan, you laid out a really good Democratic strategy. This was, of course, the late justice's wish that the president wait until after the election to decide who to replace her. If, in fact, a replacement is confirmed, we know that the president's going to be announcing Friday or Saturday who that nominee will be. What impact do you see this having on the court itself?
Well, I mean, this is going to have a huge impact because right now there's that 5-4 balance, 5 conservative justices and 4 more liberal. And so if we have a 6th conservative justice, then it really tips the balance in favor of conservative jurisprudence. And that jurisprudence tends to be restrictive. It tends to pull back on civil rights. It tends to be less inclined to recognize rights that are considered new. That said, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll have 6 justices always voting together. Just in June, there was a major decision came down that recognized protections for the LGBTQ community in employment discrimination cases. Considered a very liberal, left-wing almost position. And Neil Gorsuch, who of course is a Trump appointee, joined Justice Roberts and the 4 liberals. So yes, it is going to have a tremendous impact on the makeup of the court. But we need to keep in mind that these justices are there for life. They can pretty much swing whichever way they choose to swing. Because they don't have to stand for re-election. So I'm not suggesting or trying to downplay this in any way, because these civil rights.
Susan, what do you make of the president's decision to choose a woman?
Well, I think if he chose a man, that would upset people. I think it sort of goes without saying that he has to choose a woman. I think Democrats would, that would be, people would just be up in arms. That would really be thumbing his nose at the Democratic Party, even more so than rushing through an appointment. So I think it will be harder to some extent for Democrats to attack a woman appointee.
All right, Susan Sullivan with us from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We really appreciate your analysis. Thanks for that.
Sure.